Welcome back. In this video we are going to make a table assembly in Inventor. So we've already made the tabletop, we've already revolved the leg, we're going to put it all together and make that table. Yours is going to look a little different than mine because you get to make your own designs, but the same concepts will apply. So I'm just going to start out with a blank assembly and I'm going to start putting parts in there. So if I click on place, I'm going to go ahead first, make one instance of the tabletop. So I'm just going to click, and I have the tabletop in there. You're going to see when I hover around, I can make another one, but we only want one for the table. So if I hit escape, I'm no longer in that command, and then I go on to the next thing I want to do. I'm going to click on place again, and I could click on the leg, click open, and we're going to have 4 legs. So I'm going to click 4 times, and I'm going to put 4 legs in there. Now that I have the legs, I'm going to click escape, and I'm ready to start my assembly. First things first, we always want to ground one part. So I'm going to click on the tabletop and I'm going to ground that part. So I can see in the side menu that's the part I had selected. If I right click it, I can go down to grounded and left click. What that does is it sets it up so that I have a pin in it. So that pin shows me that it's grounded. If I click and hold and try to move that part around, it is not going to move. It's going to stay grounded. So now if I attach any other parts to it, I can see how they relate to that part. Next, I'm going to want to try to constrain these 1 inch in on the bottom side. Now as it goes, yours should be round all the way around, and we don't have a flat side to go from. So if we don't have a flat side, we've got to go to that leg, and we've got to click plus, left click on origin as well, and we can find the planes that run through that object. So remember, if I click on a leg, I know which one I'm talking about, and I first clicked on the first instance. So you're going to see that there's table leg 3, that's the name of the leg, and this is the first instance, that's the second one, that's a third, that's a fourth. So if I go ahead and I right click the planes that I want, so the ones that run all the way down it, you're going to see that now it's on all 4 of them. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, and those planes showed up on all 4 as well. So now I have it all set up because I've got the flat top and I've got my planes that I want to work with. I'm going to click constrain, and then I'm going to start using the mate and flush on this. So I can click on the top side of the leg, and then I'm going to want to click on the bottom side of the table. Now you're going to see that there's a plus sign with an arrow on it, and that's pointing to the left. That is showing me which direction I'm actually going to be using because I clicked on that face. So I know that that is going to go the opposite as the bottom of the table, and I want to make sure that when I click, it goes there. If I had flush on, it would go the other direction, but I wanted the mate. Then I can click apply and accepts that. Now we're going to want to click on faces on our tabletop, and we click on the edges of the plane. So we got to go over that yellow edge. When I go over the yellow edge, you're going to see the name of the plane shows up when I select it. You're also going to see just barely that the plus sign and arrow are on that. So when I clicked, it's actually going to the right side. So when I come over here and I click on this side, it makes sure that they're still opposing. So that's going that direction, this one's going this direction, and then I want to go an offset to make it to the center. So if it's going to be 1 inch in and the leg has a diameter of 4 and a radius of 2, I'm going to need to have it be 3 or -3 to make it move. So if I go -3, it's going to go in that direction. I click apply. I can do the same thing for the other one. Now that arrow is pointing to the right. This arrow is pointing to the right. So mate's not going to work. I'm going to want to have flush, and that moves it over there, so I know that that constraint is working. And then I can use my offset, and that one's going to be 3. Now that I have that applied, I can do the same thing to the other legs. So I can just go top to bottom. I'm going to make sure that it's a mate instead of the flush. I'm going to hit apply. Going to go edge of plane, side. That one's going to be -3, enter. I'm going to flip it around. Edge of plane, face. 3 is the wrong direction, -3, enter. Next leg. That one's facing the right. That one's, just make it a flush. 3. And this one's going right to right. So that one's a flush with 3 as well. Got that leg constrained. And then I'm going on to the last leg. Always clicking on the edge of the plane and the face of my object. Offset is going to be -3 on this one. And then this one. Let's see which way the arrow's going. There we go. That way. 3 apply. There we go. I've got them all set. Last but not least, what I need to do is we are going to now remove the planes from its visibility. So we leave the planes there. It's just we right click them, go down to visibility, left click, same thing on the other one, right click, left click, and then they're all gone and we have a table set up just the way we want. All right, have fun.